Hi, OJ. Let me open my heart to you today. My story begins not in comfort, but in sweat and clay. I have been a mason in Asawam for as long as I can remember. My mother raised me alone, so every drop of sweat I shed on that job has always been for her. My only family, my pillar, my everything. One morning, a new worker joined us. He was from a near village, OJ. I thought I was hardworking until I met him. The man worked like 10 men, and after finishing his own pile of work, he would quietly help me finish mine. His kindness disarmed me. In just 3 months, he was no longer just a colleague. He had become my brother. He would often ask about my life, my dreams, and the hidden weights I carry. And for that first time in my life, I felt understood. But in the 4th month, my world shattered. My mother fell gravely ill. She was the only light in my life, and watching her dim terrified me. At work, I was broken, distracted, but my friend noticed. He kept asking until one afternoon during our lunch break, I finally broke down. My voice trembled as I told him everything. My fear of losing my mom, my helplessness, my nights of silent tears. He listened, OJ, really listened. Then he said something that changed my life forever. He told me I was not alone, that he knew someone in his village who could help my mother. He said many people in his community had been healed by this person. I was skeptical at first, but desperation has a way of silencing doubt. Hospitals has failed. Doctors only shook their hands. So I clung to his promise, like a drowning man clings to a driftwood. When I got home that evening, I rushed to my mother's bedside. I told her about the hope I had been given. She looked at me with eyes full of sadness and hope all at once. And though she barely spoke, I held her hand and swore I would do everything to save her life. The journey was long, OJ. We walked, rode in risky trotros, even crossed rivers by canoe. After days of travel, we reached his village. It was a small place surrounded by thick forest. Peaceful at first sight, but the kind of peace that hides secrets beneath its silence. He led me to a small hut where an elderly man sat. His face was carved with scars, his eyes sharp yet strangely comforting. My friend introduced me, and I poured out my mother's story. The man listened, nodded, and assured me, "We will help your mother." He gave me herbs to drink, claiming they would strengthen her spirits. For days, I stayed following his instructions faithfully. But before I left, he handed me a razor blade and a pouch of red sand-like substance. He told me to cut my mother's skin and wrap the mixture inside. OJ, my spirit trembled. Something in me screamed that this was not right, but I was desperate. I took them home. When I did what he said, my mother began to improve. She ate. She smiled again. For the first time in months, I slept without tears. I thought God had answered me through that man. But OJ, it has been a year now. My mother is alive, but not the same. She cannot speak anymore. She wanders at night. Sometimes I wake up in her room with no memory of how I got there. Sometimes she wakes up in mine. She is aging faster than years, her hair falling out, scars appearing on her back that looked exactly like the healer. And my colleague, the one who led me there, I have never seen him again. It is as if he vanished into the earth. Now, OJ, I live in fear. I see darkness in my dreams. I forget things. My girlfriend could not take this anymore. She left me. I am alone with my mother, who stares at me with eyes that no longer look like hers. I don't know what I invited into our lives that day. I only know I wanted to save her, but instead, I may have trapped both of us. Please, OJ, I'm begging you, help me. I fear I am losing my mind, and my mother's soul may already be gone. This is your anonymous OJ, and if you are new here, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and tell somebody about your anonymous OJ. I'll see you in our next confession.